Been out for a catch-up lunch today. Got ourselves well fed. Should be interesting. I've often thought that whenever we all get together, stories come out and none of it is ever recorded.
No one knows the stories other than us.
Yeah, trouble is, we've worked out at lunch today that most of the stories that we know are probably not valid for public comment. We went through the drive-thru.
I was just the only place in the port that would sell us alcohol. At 15. Because we didn't have licenses back then. We drove
through on our bikes. Grace heard us.
Stocked up with alcohol, and we'd go through the port with these two
With
bags.
these paper bags, clear as day, there's alcohol in them. We're like, oh, no bags to put it in. Riding our bikes home. Oh my God. Yeah, they still served us on bikes. And it's $900 to ring an ambulance, and I'm not in the ambulance fund. It'd be $30 for a cab, and I was busted at the time. I had no money. I went, oh fuck it, I'll take the car. Put a pair of shorts on, a blue singlet. I hadn't had a shave for about 12 days. I presented at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, and they thought I was a drunken bum. I waited for 5 hours, but when I saw the doctor, his advice was to go home, have a shower and a shave, and go and see my GP in the morning.
We know some knitters.
And some crocheters.
And some crocheters, yes. And they had a lot of helpers, and then one Friday night, boom, there it was, all up. Everything, even the statue had a scarf and a hat to warm her up.
The police actually turned up.
Yes.
But that was more because they come down to Lipson Street because they couldn't work out why there were so many people in Lipson Street. Because there's normally no one there at night.
Right. Every haircut that I do is the absolute best that I can do. You know, like I can be in a shopping centre and look at someone's back hairline and say, that's my haircut over there. Russell up there is a relatively new client. Russell's been coming for about 10 years, I reckon.
I just like the fact that everyone looks out for each other in a way. I've crashed my car and they've helped fix it for me and things like that just because I served them in the pub. And yeah, it's a big little family that goes on in the port.
I fit in at the port. I can walk around no shoes on and don't get judged.
I think that's the best part of the port. You can wear your jacket.
Yeah.
Same time you don't want to be around. A doctor walked into my ward at 8 o'clock in the morning, folded her arms, looked down the length of the bed and said, "Good morning, Mr. Goodfellow. My name's Dr. Blah, blah, blah. I'm here to tell you you've got cancer. You've got 1 to 5 years to live. Do you have any questions?" And I thought, you fucking cold bitch. And I thought I couldn't have heard you that properly. And I said, "I beg your pardon." She repeated, and I said, "Fuck off." She said, "Don't you speak to me like that." I said, "Fucking don't you speak to me like that."
Maybe about 10 years ago, I had this woman in for a haircut, and she said to me, "Do you remember being in a fight with a woman at Woodville Oval about 15 years ago?" I said, "Yeah, that bloody woman, I got arrested over that." She said, "That's me." And she's still a client.